evening, friends. Hope you're doing well and you've had an awesome week. The message for this video or episode of Magical Monday Messages is, are you chasing your ideal weight? Now, as many of you know already, and if you don't, I deal with a significant portion of my work goes with dealing with people who are having issues and they're struggling with excess weight to a point where they are now beginning to develop issues, medical issues, which are severely impacting their overall quality of life and are putting them at risk of developing significant health issues, which then poses not only a burden on the medical system, but they are dependent on others to fulfill their basic requirements and needs. Let's not forget, majority of these people are in their 40s, 50s, which is still, I believe, a relatively young age to be highly productive and to be contributing to the community and the society around you. So, friends, the issue is that this is a myth. Your ideal weight is a myth. Now, you may find it very counterintuitive, but hear me out. That over the last 2.5 decades of my work in the space of medicine and specifically surgery, I have found that there are no ideals, because what we are judging as an ideal is really based on a man-made measure. Now, let's take something which is very commonly talked about when we talk about obesity and excess weight is called BMI, which is called the body mass index. Now, body mass index is a measure that is based on the individual's height and a healthy weight range. Now, I'm not saying that these measures are not important. They are, but to a certain degree. But we should not get to a point where we become so obsessed and compelled to reach that ideal number on the weighing scale such that our entire happiness depends on it. Now, I'll just read, as I said to you, that this week I have done a batch of videos using inspiration from certain books that I have read. And today's book is a book that I have written actually, which is called Happy Gut, Healthy Weight. Now, I launched this book in the December of 2018, and I think I have put in a lot of effort, a lot of research had gone into writing this book, which was designed, or the primary purpose was to be of service to a lot of individuals and patients and my clients who come to see me, and they're seeking for not just a quick fix solution. I know they come with a genuine sort of desire in their heart that they want long-term success. And one of the key things that I need to convey this message across with a lot of love and respect and a lot of empathy, such that it actually changes their heart, is that it's not just one quick fix thing, that weight loss surgery is a solution to everything. Unless an individual makes that determination for himself or herself, that I'm going to use surgery as a tipping point. I'm going to use this as a tool to actually help me bring about that holistic transformation in my life. And I really want every individual that comes to see me or that is touched by my presence to be really living a life of peak performance, whether it is if it may be as a mom, as a dad, as a human being. I want them to become highly functioning individuals. And that can only happen not just with one act of an operation or taking a pill, but actually making a resolve that yes, I am going to bring about this transformation using the methods. And it could be anything, not just whatever we are discussing in these videos. It could be anything that helps you, that inspires you to start searching your inner self. The message that I had to read from this book was that it's really important to understand that we live in an era where humankind has developed more diets than have ever been known to mankind. The irony is that on this journey of evolution, we are now the heaviest in size known to mankind. Now, this was a quote that I came up with because it was so profound that every time I would see an individual who would have they were on a new diet, like a paleo diet, like a keto diet, and this diet and that diet, and it didn't make sense. Despite that, their weight was going up, or even if they had lost weight, it was a battle uphill, which was causing them a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, a lot of frustration. And the most important part was that diet was not sustainable in the long run. Hence, I am not in favor of any diet, but what I say is that stop chasing your ideal weight, because your ideal weight does not exist. And what I mentioned over here is that it's not that measures are not important. They are to some extent. The problem is that people tend to get fixated on a number on the scale, and it is far more important to achieve your optimal weight where you feel healthy, energetic, active, and experience the burst of vitality, rather than to keep aiming for that elusive ideal weight based on any given measurement. So have a think about it, that there is no ideal weight. Let's get to your real, I call it happy weight, the weight at which you are happy, confident in yourself, and feel that joy and happiness. I hope I'm giving you this message with love and empathy, and hopefully it gets you to start thinking about how you need to plan where your weight should be. All the best until I see you at the next message. Take care.